Hey guys, welcome back to Homesteading Off the Grid. We're about 3.5 days from Hurricane Florence making landfall. So I just finished running a few miles and pumping some iron. So I'm going around now and I'm making my last minute preparations for Hurricane Florence several days in advance. Now we all know to have tons of food, tons of water, generator, gas for the generator if you have a generator, other cooking or heating sources if you don't have a generator. We have a wood burning stove and grill. We cook on wood. We're covered, okay? But the things that most people never think about that can end up doing a lot of harm either to yourself, to a neighbor, to a passerby, or to your local environment is just your clutter. Okay, this is slightly embarrassing right now to give you guys a view of our back porch, but I'm doing it because I want to show you something. This is the last minute preparations you need to do days in advance. And now the reason you should do it days in advance is so that when you finally get to the last minute before the storm does hit, if there is anything left to do, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb and you're going to see it. You're not going to be overburdened and overstressed. So what looks like shoes to you that we keep on this rack on the back porch for when we walk out to deal with the chickens, or maybe kids' baseball bat, our grill, a cup I was drinking water out of, a chair, I see a mop, a broom we scrub the porch with, a couple buckets. That's not what you're looking at. What you're looking at are projectiles. Projectile, 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 projectile. Last we saw, Hurricane Florence winds were over 140 miles an hour. Now this is out over the ocean. Once it hits land, the winds will slow down, but when it comes through here in our part of Virginia, about 150 miles off the coast, these winds could still be going at about 80 miles an hour. So it'll pick anything you see up, except maybe those 20-pound dumbbells, but actually, wait a minute, except maybe those 30-pound dumbbells. No, they're really 20-pounders. It might not pick those up, it'll knock them off. But what I'm going to do is clear all this stuff, put it away, so it's not here to be weaponized by Hurricane Florence. Magic! The projectiles are gone. You guys might be laughing watching this, but this is a big deal. Last year we had a nor'easter come through here, remnants of a hurricane that swept in off the Atlantic. We didn't do this, and man, you should have seen the mess it made. We were finding our buckets across the road, and we had debris like furniture in the pond. And that's not life-threatening, but it's just not necessary if you take some precautions beforehand. So let's take a walk around the yard and look for some more projectiles. Oh, projectiles. This has got to go. Look at that. What would happen if the wind picked that up and carried that away at 80 miles an hour? Nothing good would come of that, I'll tell you that. All projectiles have got to go. Okay, this is a disaster zone down here waiting to happen. We have chairs and a table that are just perfect projectiles waiting to be weaponized by these winds. And you see this canoe? That's a wonderful place for us to keep our canoe because our pond's right there. But guess what? This is what we know about this area. This becomes a flood zone anytime we get heavy rains. So if we leave our canoe here with the hurricane coming, this canoe is going to end up probably 3 counties away. So in case we need it, and I'm not trying to make fun of this hurricane, I'm not being like a wise guy here, I'm actually taking real precautions. I'm going to move this canoe to higher ground. What's up, Cleopatra? Well, we had a stowaway going along for the ride here. It's a young bullfrog, so we're just gonna have to put him back in the pond down here.
Stop.
He went for a ride. Come on, buddy. And He might end up 3 counties away, but he's got a better chance down here in the water where he belongs than up there. Now, we're deal with these projectiles. Guys, girls, don't forget about hanging bird feeders. I mean, anything that could become a projectile in high winds needs to be removed before those high winds come. We have bird feeders all over the property, and for now they've got to go. We'll put them back when the storm passes. All right, nothing here to be weaponized. All the projectiles are gone. The canoe is moved to much higher, safer ground. And again, guys, this might seem comical. This is not meant as farce. Anything you have laying around your property when these winds come through, when this storm passes through, is going to get picked up and carried away. And well, if you got cars coming down the road, you know, they're fleeing the storm or whatever, and it's going to go through someone's windshield. Get anything that isn't growing or locked down put away properly. Okay, guys, if you've been going around gardening, doing yard work, playing ball with your kids, we typically pick up everything and put it away as we go, so there's just never any clutter. I detest clutter. Cleanliness is close to godliness in my opinion, but every now and then, as you can see, stuff just gets left out. You got to go around, make sure you get it out. We're going to leave our porch furniture on the front porch for just a couple more days because we know we've got 3 days to go, and we love to come out here, sit on the porch. This is where we have most of our meals when the weather's nice. We're going to for the next few days. I'm going to go back here and remove these hummingbird feeders and get them gone. And that's pretty much it. And again, I know this was a simple concept. You guys are probably laughing watching some of this video. But if you're in the path of Hurricane Florence or any other storm, a tornado, talk to people who live in Kansas and Texas and Tornado Alley and talk to them about what you know, that wiffle ball bat, that baseball bat. I mean, straws of hay can become like arrows and go through walls, seriously, at like 70 miles an hour. So if you got it out there, it's not growing, it's not locked down, get it out of there. Don't wait till the last minute to do your last minute preparations for the storm. Do your last minute preparations days in advance. So again, when you get to the last minutes, anything that is left to be done will stick out like a sore thumb. We hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for being with us here at Homesteading Off the Grid. Please be safe with this hurricane, and we'll see you next time.